Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're outside of Wendelbeck where we finally collected the 10th alien statue for Umbacano. We already returned that to him as well. So today we're going to be kind of continuing our exploration of Panther River, going eastward over towards Morrowind, Blackmarsh, something like that. Not too sure where the cutoff line is for that, but okay. East, yeah, and we're also kind of slowly making our way over to Malada. Unfortunately, I don't know, can you, like, remove an active quest? I don't think you can I think you always need to have an active quest. But if you, like, complete the quest, then it goes away, and you don't have an active quest at that point. So I'm just kind of stuck with this cursor, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So hopefully today we can, well, obviously today we will end up running into some sort of place. Not too sure what that location shall be, but it shall be a location. It's gonna be an Oblivion gate, apparently. If I just go invisible, can that guy even follow me anymore? I don't really know. Oh, right, there was this camp over here. Wow, I completely forgot about that. All right, let's check out the camp. Man, I really forgot about that place. Okay, that was a fat minute ago, huh? Wow, this invisibility lasts for, I think it's 2 full minutes I set it to. That's pretty freaking wild. Garnet Camp. Who's here? Anybody here? Oh. Hey, guy. Dude's gonna have no idea I'm here. Until he gets paralyzed. That's tough luck. Oh, you can still talk when you're paralyzed. Wouldn't have thunk it. Would not have thunk it. Oh. That's a tough scene. That's a really tough scene. The ultimate assassin. I don't even need to sneak up to people anymore. I just straight up go invisible. I mean, being invisible doesn't even take a whole lot in this game. Just a quick little spell, and you're gone. All right. Well, tiny little camp over here. I don't know why they like bunch up these camps. Is this? Oh, it's down over here where they had those 2 camps. Oh, I thought it was way down over there. All right. Well, cool. Let's go south really quick. Kind of check out the tip of the river. Because, of course, there's another location over here. Yep. How did I fucking know? Alright, I guess we're not checking out Oblivion Gate today. Let's see. What the hell is this place? Go invisible again. So why not? God, I love being this magey character. So, highly entertaining. Highly entertaining. Weird. It's like once a bridge. Yeah. It's kind of sick. It was once a bridge, a very long time ago. Leading up to whatever the hell this fort is. I'm gonna go check the tip of the river, the ending point of the river, see what the hell's happening over here. It's just kind of a little pond thingy. Some good stuff to loot. Not really. A couple of potions. Yep. Tough luck, dear. Any others? Any others? No? Okay. Alright, well that's that. Let's go check out this fort now. Figured they'd at least throw a Nern root or something over there. Like, here's your reward for making it to the end kind of thing, but... Oh my god, that fucking... Why? Am I the only one who jumps out of water every single time? Oh, I didn't really need to do all that. Made that mudcrab's life a bit more miserable than I needed it to be. Fort Redwater. This place is kind of fucking massive, no? Let's see. What do we... Okay, some stuffs. Some thingamabobs. Fort Redwater, okay. This is a pretty damn big place. Fuck off, my guy. Shit's got me going to war over a fucking mud crab. Oh, I'm killing all the deer. Why y'all keep running by me? You think, you saw 1 die, you think you'd go the other way. You saw 2 die. I mean, at that point, maybe they're just trying to join their ancestors at that point. So, fair enough. Alright, anything up top? Not really. Here we go. Fort Redwater. I don't think this is related to anything. Could always be wrong, but it's not sounding familiar. Alright. Alright, Google has revealed that this location is not related to any quests. Also, my memory revealed that. Let's do it. Who shall we run into here? Maybe it's just mud crabs everywhere. Oh, goddamn. Oh, that's fucking dark as hell. Holy shit, look at that. Goddamn, that's some spooky ass shit. You know what I'm also realizing? If I ever want a thumbnail, I can always just... Oh, well, I can't actually do that. Okay, fair enough. I could just go invisible, though, and, you know, go about doing stuff that way. Yep, let's get this shield up. Let's be smart. Big brains, right? Big brains. Got that college degree for a reason. Hey, and I definitely got it so I can play this game, you know, the most effective way possible. Do all my calculations to determine the precise angles I need to shoot my arrows and the exact type of spells that would create the most deadly character imaginable. That's why I went to 4 years as a fucking mechanical engineer. Suffered my way through. Oh, you guys resist that, right? All that just to forget. This shit don't quite work. Shit do not work that way. You know, I really love that I'm kind of just searching stuff at this point for no purpose. I mean, really exploring all these locations. It's weird when you reach the point where there's nothing else to level up. Because you're just kind of doing stuff for the sake of just doing that stuff. There's no... You're not working towards anything, you're just... I mean, outside of, you know, doing everything that the game has to offer, you know? Does the weakness spell have to be like the last one that I cast? Huh, I think weakness might have to be the last spell that I cast on the person. I'm not sure. Ooh, are you not gonna float through? Oh yeah, because you weren't actually paralyzed when I killed you. Right. Right. Okay. Did I also say I was gonna stop sneaking everywhere? Maybe that's why my athletics is so poor. I don't know, does that have an impact? How fast? You know, whether you're walking or sneaking? I feel like if you're walking around like this, though, everywhere you go, your thighs are gonna be, like, insanely powerful. You're just doing one ultimate squat. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, you're really just doing one super badass squat everywhere you go. Which I feel like is a lot more... a much better workout on the glutes and the thighs and all of that. How do I block stuff with just a staff? Do you know how impossible that is? Blocking an arrow shot with a staff. It's like the time when, I don't know if anybody watches The Walking Dead, but when when Rosita tried to shoot Negan, and then Negan just straight up like blocks it with his bat. It was completely by accident, but still, man. Okay, yep, saw that one actually. I did actually see that. I just completely ignored it. Probably. Ooh, hello. What the fuck? Are you invisible? Like, how is that humanly possible? Vampires, huh? Oh, oh, you guys resist paralysis, really? Didn't realize that. But, like, I mean, first off, if somebody shoots, right, if somebody shoots a baseball bat, one would have to imagine that the bullet's gonna go through a baseball bat. Maybe it would. I don't know. We'll have to, who are those people that, like, test... I think Mr. Beast used to do this, but there's a bunch of other people that do it as well. They like test how many pieces of paper it takes to block a bullet. I need that. Can one baseball bat truly block a bullet. Highly unlikely. I mean, it was only a pistol, but still, I feel like that's highly unlikely. Alright, next area. Though with that being said, this is the Wabajack, which is definitely a metal type of material. I don't really know exactly what this is meant to be, but it's definitely some type of metal. And it blocking an arrow, I do understand. It is possible, but for me to be so goddamn accurate, that's all it says. Would that even damage me? Can I jump that? No, I can't jump that high. I don't even think that would damage me, though. But for me to be so goddamn good at blocking that I straight up can just matrix the fuck out of arrows and block them with my freaking... oh, really? Block them with my very... oh god, oh god. Yep, me. Use the stuff that you have for a reason. With my own skills doing that. Like, that just seems kind of unlikely. Pretty damn unlikely if you ask me. Galarian the Mystic. I think we read that in the last exploration video. Could be wrong. Maybe two episodes ago. 2 videos ago. Pretty sure it was the last one though. Okay. Well, I don't know what the fuck this thing's meant to be, but it's a thing. It sure is a thing. Okay. Yeah. Right. Oh god. Right, and I couldn't even access that way going through over there. Huh. This place is kind of huge. Okay, I'll kill you. Oh god. The amount of extra damage that does with the weaknesses set is genuinely disgusting. And that dog, there was no processing time on that. Just as soon as I did the damage spell, it just dropped. Why are there so many dogs in here? It's kind of weird. What am I doing? Casting too many spells, picking up wolf pelts. I don't need all that. Meant to cast a shield. Nothing there. Alright. The fuck? Yeah, just dogs everywhere. What are they doing with all these wolves? What's the master plan here? Seems quite odd. I don't know, some sunfish going on. Me. I say it all the time. I've played this game like 30 times through, and I don't think I've ever reached the point where I don't sneak. Where I just straight up do not sneak. I gotta break that habit. People are watching me. This is time sensitive. Nobody wants to watch a 12-minute video. Or, correction, none of my videos are ever really 12 minutes, unless they're, at least not in my exploration videos. Nobody wants to watch a 35-minute video. People want to watch a 32-minute video. It makes a big difference. Oh, God, why do y'all resist that? What is it about... Fuck off. What is it about vampires that make them resist that kind of stuff? Paralyze. I don't need you. You I will sell. These I can sell. The sword. 44 pounds is kind of a lot. I can sell it though. I can sell it. I'm gonna sell it after this video anyway, so don't really make a difference. Man, what are these vampires up to out here though? No gold in a coffin? What kind of a man doesn't get buried with his luxuries? That's tough. What's the plan with all these? Do you intentionally have a bone, or is that just kind of, happen by chance? Because if they give him a bone, if the vampires... Did the vampires give this man a bone and just set the dog, like lowered him down, set the dogs on him, let them like chew him up? No, that means probably just his actual bone. No, he definitely is. It's just his bone, or it's a toy bone that they put inside of his body and lowered him down, let the dogs eat him, and then they just roped him back up. That's how I'm imagining it. That's what I'm thinking. Also, isn't this exactly what happened to Lucian the Chance? I can't really see his face, but pretty sure. Oh, God, where the fuck? God damn, you don't hide that shit pretty well. I'm pretty sure that's like exactly what happens with Lucian the Chance. So his ending was kind of the same as a lot of other people. But that was our boy. Where are you? That was our boy, though. I don't need to do all that. Where the fuck? Goddamn, lady. Did I not hit you with this? You should be like, yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Alright. There we go. Bunch of little cavey caves. Vampiric caves with the stone pillars, support beams. I feel like those are kind of exclusive to vampire locations. Could be wrong, but I feel like I don't see those. Oh, it wasn't even meant as a trap. It's literally just meant as a quick escape. Huh. Curious. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I suppose thank you, but... Soon, I don't know, came across in a very awkward way. I suppose if it was a trap, they probably would have, thrown probably would have thrown some sort of trap at the bottom of it, like spikes or something like that, or more arrows. You can never have enough arrows, apparently. Jeez. Okay, well, that was Fort Redwater. I was going to say Bloodwater. I think Fort Bloodwater. No, it's not. I think there's a Redwater location that you go to as a vampire. I could be wrong about that in Skyrim, in the DLC. Anyway, that is irrelevant to this video. I need to go to the map. That is another location down. Check that one off the map. Actually, 2 locations, including the camp. And now we can go read another wonderful book. 92 and almost a half on our athletics. Forever running. Forever running. we gotta learn to run and read at the same time. Not gonna happen. Anyway, today, Fall of the Snow Prince. Decently long book. Sounds good to me, though. Fall of the Snow Prince. An account of the battle of the Mosring as transcribed by Lokim, chronicler to the chieftain... Fucking A, man. Incalder, White Eye, something like that. From whence he came we did not know, but into the battle he rode on a brilliant steed of pallid white. Elf was called him, for elf he was, yet unlike any other of his kind we had ever seen before that day. His spear and armor bore the radiant and terrible glow of unknown magicka, and so adorned this unknown rider seemed more white than warrior. That is pronounced the same way, yeah, it's just a white, it's like a white walker, right? What troubled nay, frightened us, what troubled nay, wait, what the fuck? My brain just has no idea how to process that sentence. What troubled nay, frightened us most at that moment was the call that rose from the elven ranks. It was not fear, not wonder, but an unabashed and unbridled joy, the kind of felicity felt by a damned man who has been granted a second chance at life. For at that time the elves were as damned to near death as ever they had been during the great skirmishes of Solstheim. The battle of the Mosring was to be the final stand between Nord and Elf on our fair island. Led by Ysgramor, we had driven the elven scourge from Skyrim, and were intent on cleansing Solstheim of their kind as well. Our warriors, armed with the finest axes and swords Nord craftsmen could forge, cut swaths through the enemy ranks. The slopes of the Mouse Ring ran red with elf blood. Why, then, would our foe rejoice? Could one rider bring such hope to an army so hopeless? I mean, goodness, just imagine if one of our characters was there for like the Great War between that happens after, between Oblivion and Skyrim. Just imagine the amount of damage we could have done. To most of our kind, the meaning of the call was clear, but the words were but a litany of elven chants and cries. There were some among us, however, the scholars and chroniclers, who knew well the words and shuddered at their significance. The Snow Prince is come. Doom is at hand. There was then a great calm that overcame the elves that still stood. Through their mass the Snow Prince did ride, and as a longboat slices the icy waters, the Fjalting, he parted the ranks of his kin. The magnificent white horse slowed to a gallop, then a trot, and the unknown elf rider moved to the front of the line at a slow, almost ghost-like pace. A Nord warrior sees much in a life of bloodshed and battle, and is rarely surprised by anything armed combat may bring. But few among us that day could have imagined the awe and uncertainty of a raging battlefield that all at once went motionless and silent. Such is the effect the Snow Prince had on us all. For when the joyous cries of the elves had ended, there remained a quiet known only in the solitude of slumber. It was then our combined host, elf and Nord alike, were joined in a terrible understanding. Victory or defeat mattered little that day on the slopes of the Mosring Mountains. The one truth we all shared was that death would come to many that day, victor and vanquished alike. The glorious Snow Prince, an elf unlike any other, did come that day to bring death to our kind, and death he so brought. Like a sudden, violent snow squall that rends travelers blind and threatens to tear loose the very foundations of the sturdiest halls, the Snow Prince did sweep into our numbers. Indeed, the ice and snow did begin to swirl and churn about the elf, as if called upon to serve his bidding. It's cool. That's actually like a spell that you can cast that type of spell in Skyrim. They don't have it in Oblivion, and it's probably not really related to that, but that's how I imagine it, just to a much greater effect. The spells that, like, when somebody comes in your area, it starts to damage them. Anyhoozle. The spinning of that gleaming spear whistled a dirge to all those who would stand in the way of the Snow Prince, and our mightiest fell before him that day. Ulfji Anvilhand, Strom the White, Frida Oakenwand, Heimdall the Frenzied, all lay dead at the foot of the Mosring Mountains. For the first time that day, it seemed the tide of battle had actually turned. The elves, spurred on by the deeds of the Snow Prince, rallied together for one last charge against our ranks. It was then, in a single instant, that the battle of the Mosring came to a sudden and unexpected end. Finna, daughter of Joffrir, a lass of only 12 years and squire to her mother, watched as the Snow Prince cut down her only parent. In her rage and sorrow, Finna picked up Joffre's sword and threw it savagely at her mother's killer. When the elf's gleaming spear stopped its deadly dance, the battlefield fell silent, and all eyes turned to the Snow Prince. No one that day was more surprised than the elf himself at the sight that greeted them all, for upon his great steed the Snow Prince still sat, the sword of Joffrir, buried deeply in his breast. And then he fell, from his horse, from the battle, from life. The Snow Prince lay dead, slain by a child. With their savior defeated, the spirit of the remaining elven warriors soon shattered. Many fled, and those that remained on the battlefield were soon cut down by our broad Nord axes. When the day was done, all that remained was the carnage of the battlefield, and from that battlefield came a dim reminder of valor and skill, for the brilliant armor and spear of the Snow Prince still shined. Even in death, this mighty and unknown elf filled us with awe. It is common practice to burn the corpses of our fallen foes. This is as much a necessity as it is custom, for death brings with it disease and dread. Our chieftains wished to cleanse Solstheim of the elven horde, in death as well as life. It was decided, however, that such was not to be the fate of the Snow Prince. One so mighty in war, yet so loved by his kin, deserved better, even in death, even if an enemy of our people. God, that's pretty honorable to do something different with a guy like that. You just watched him like slaughter all of your best people. And like, nah, you are such a fucking G, dude. Like, you that much of a baller, we gotta respect him. And so we brought the body of the Snow Prince, wrapped in fine silks, to a freshly dug barrow. The gleaming armor and spear were presented on a pedestal of honor, and the tomb was arrayed with treasures worthy of royalty. All of the mighty chieftains agreed with this course, that the elf should be so honored. His body would be preserved in the barrow for as long as the earth chose, but would not be offered the protection of our Stalrim. Which was reserved for Nord Dead alone. Yeah, cool. It's so cool. I don't know if any of this is really in Morrowind. It could be, but I know at least some of this is in the Dragonborn DLC in Skyrim. What is this? We don't know the elf's name, huh? Maybe they'll say where he's buried. I don't know. So ends this account of the battle of the Mo's Ring and the fall of the magnificent elven Snow Prince. May our gods honor him. May our gods honor him in death. And may we never meet his kind again in life. Huh. That is super fascinating. I don't know if that's mentioned or brought up. No, because that was a battle between like Ysgramor, right? Did they mention Ysgramor? Am I thinking about a different thing? No, I think this was yeah, led by Ysgramor. Oh, so this was before any of the Elder Scrolls. I do think they have like, I don't know. I want to say they have like the Snow Tower and like all the different towers. This is like some weird kind of. I have never mentioned this before, but this is kind of mentioned in some of the other games. I forget exactly where it gets mentioned. It's like theories and whatnot about like the Snow Tower and like the other towers. I forget the names of them. But yeah, I wonder if the Snow Prince is related to the Snow Tower. I don't even know if the Snow Tower is actually one of those towers. I think they refer to the Alias Tower as one of those 4 towers in the world, or 5 towers, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. You'll have to look into that theory. I don't care enough to try and figure all that out. But yeah, that was a pretty awesome book. That was probably one of my favorite books that I've read so far. Fall of the Snow Prince. Man, I was highly entertained during that. Well, I hope you were as well. But that's going to do it for this video. In the next video, we shall return to doing the Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild is going to start getting a bit more interesting than that last quest that we had, but whatever. But yeah, I hope to see you in that video. Till then, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, get back.
Cause I don't wanna see the glow without you. Refuse to even leave my home without you. Or my brain's gonna explode without you. I don't even know how to cope without you. Cause I don't wanna see the glow without you. Refuse to even leave my home without you. Or my brain's gonna explode without you. I don't even know how to cope without you.